little bit today. I gotta try to come up with gas, and then I'm gonna try to take batteries down to get charged. Um, you see how getting help from somebody can end up being you doing all the helping. Well, it doesn't end up being all of it. There's little stuff that we can help each other with, but it takes some doing. Anyway, I'm supposed to meet this Christian feller down there. He's one of the ones that I was informed about when I was told to go talk to a mandated reporter, actually. So, oh good, there is enough gas to get it started. That is great. Let's get the food off my dash. Get my phone plugged in. And we'll drive down there and we'll get some gasoline. And then I will see what I can do about locating insurance money. This will be the last month of my policy, I believe. Well, no, the last month on my policy will be free, but they're supposed to give me a notification of that. However, I haven't been getting my notifications, so I got to figure out how to unscrew up what Google screwed up because the bill wasn't paid, in order to be able to find out when it is that I actually made the first payment. And other than that, I guess we're gonna be on our way. The gas station I'm going to is the Chevron. Apparently they do this through the First Christian Church once in a while. I do have some appointments to try to make today, so that's important. We might still go at 11, but Claire is fine with getting a brush up on what the hell's even going on. Because a lot of times, like I end up doing all the lists. That's learned is that you can't help people unless you listen to them, and a lot of people, their ideas about fixing my problems are to tell me about theirs. It doesn't work out so good, but it ends up most of the people that are offering to help me, they can't even help themselves. They need help themselves. And of course, they say, oh, well, I'll help you as soon as I'm done with my own stuff. Well, first of all, you're never going to be done with your own stuff. Second of all, the people out here like Lewis and Cheryl, there's two of them working together, so they get more than the rest of us. That's just a fact. A lot of the rest of us, unless we're partnered up, like in a marriage type situation or a family type scenario, anybody that we partner up with for any reason is likely to screw us over. So safety in numbers is not always the best policy. I know a lot of women who sleep with a screwdriver under the pillow. Pretty much all of them with the same plan. If somebody tries to do something while they're sleeping, they're going to get them in the neck with a screwdriver and hope to hit the jugular. Like, man, that's brutal. I think Sarah said it best when she said, you know what? I don't want to kill anybody, but I'll be goddamned if I'm going to get raped again. She wasn't very big either. She was super skinny. I bet you she weighed 85 pounds, maybe 90 at most. One of them people you're always scared of having out there on the streets, because it's not just the negative attention that comes with having her out there. She does, even though she's a grown-ass adult, from a distance, she doesn't look, in her 30s. She's probably in her 30s now. I think she was like 28 or 29 when she told me that, so she'd be in her mid-30s. But even when she was 28 or 29, she could have passed for a junior high schooler, I just realized my boat is not properly secured, so I'm going to have to do that. Anyway, I went to the First Christian Church. They're going to give me some gas. I'm just got to make it there without losing my boat. Or any of the other stuff on top of my vehicle. Shit. I had my parking brakes still a little bit on. Welcome back. Didn't I just see you over at the church?
Yep. Got all kinds of fun stuff here.
I do. It's a lot of... Well, all right. I got the kayak I'm trying to sell. Hopefully that'll help me to pay maybe my insurance. I got a violin in here that I can't play anymore because my wrists are messed up. So I got to try to sell that.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff is for a kitchen camp, but that's difficult to do because a lot of people here are addicts and it's scary having them in camp. I'd rather have a meth addict in camp than an alcoholic though.
I'll let you come.
Right.
Actually, I can probably fix it. I fill my own every other state I go to, right?
Yeah, it's weird. This is the only place I've ever been where people go to the gas pumps and get
Oregon and
confused.
Delaware are the only two that still have to have a gas attendant. Makes for more jobs, I guess, right?
It also decreases the chances of some psycho pulling it out and hosing people down with it with a
I
match.
guess so, yeah.
Well,
Let's hope that does. I've not heard of that before, but I guess it could happen.
oh, I got video after video on YouTube of that happening to
Really?
people. Oh, yeah.
Crank it open and... My gosh.
Yep. One lady, she held off an attacker with those two. Sprayed him right in the face. She's like, yeah, he's not going to abduct me. That's what he gets for grabbing her while she had it in her hand. Yep. I've had, all right, when they first came out with those special green gas caps and it was all funky to open it? Well, it was a hot day and those things expand a bit. And I was trying to figure out how to get it to work. And when I finally got it to pop open, it shot a whole bunch of gasoline all over me. And
Yikes.
I would not wish that on anybody.
Okay. All right, sir. I'm going to go pay.
Thank you,
Good
Dean.
luck. Have a good day today.
I'm at least going to attempt it. All right. Price of gas went down. so glad I haven't blown myself up at a gas station driving this thing, dragging the tailpipe the way it does. $32, that's as much as it would take, so apparently the cost of gas is even less now. I'm gonna go deliver the word. I'm also gonna be thankful, as always, for the help that I do get. Also, I believe in being honest and forthright and letting people know what's up. So I'm gonna go do that. Oh, holy shnikes. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs.
Great. Can you wear pajamas too? What?
No, I don't wear pajamas. I sleep in these nasty things.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do too.
But guess what? I got gas in my car.
You got gas for your car?
Yeah.
Fantastic. How much?
It's full.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Anyway, that church, he can show you the one, unless
Okay.
you guys want to go individually. It's that one right there.
Okay.
They didn't ask me for one.
So, can I have whatever magic it is that you use to make that happen?
Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to get all your teeth taken out, and you got to go down and spend a little bit of time on Colfax in Colorado and pretend you're a Hoover vacuum cleaner.
Ah, Colfax. You know, there's other things on Colfax, like wiki shops.
There's lots of stuff on Colfax. I had one guy try to sell me his sister on Colfax. No joke. 2 years ago.
I have too many teeth.
1 year ago.
Oh shit. You know,
Yeah.
I might have a few spares.
But you can tell them what Colfax is famous for.
Colfax is famous
Hookers. That's right.
Now maybe second.
but it also has a lot of cool shit.
That's right. You can get any drug that you possibly want
You
right
can
there on
get
Colfax.
anything from,
People
like-
will sell you their sisters on Colfax. No joke.
Their grandma's TV, their some
What?
love potion, a hooker, and maybe a nice dinner at a taco joint.
It's true.
Actual Mexican
It's actually true.
Nuggets.
But
And
the
you can
best
buy your
Mexican
nuggets
food,
right
though.
there at any dispensary there for 10 times what it costs here in Oregon.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
it is bad. It's
Especially if you
expensive.
need, like a little bit of weed for your mental health, and it costs you like $25 to get what you need for maybe like 2-3 weeks. But out here,
28 grams for top shelf, $11 a gram for fucking bottom shelf.
Yeah.
I can't hardly hear y'all, which sucks because I'm recording.
Oh, well then open the freaking door.
What? It's not my vehicle, and I didn't want to be a jackhole, but fine, as long as you'll talk to me the
Fine.
way I like it.
I'll
didn't
just
want
push
it.
you around and be bossy about it.
I grew up
then.
in the system. I don't feel love without my daily dose of abuse. So beat me,
Well-
spank me, and call me Susan.
Well, I can't promise you that, but I
I'm
can
just
give
kidding.
you
I'm a
good
Sally,
swift-
silly.
Swift punch in the arm, maybe.
Right?
And,
Ow! She assaulted me. You saw that?
that?
Do what?
I work in no habla English.
Whatever. Captain Kangaroo looking motherfucker. You got to say motherfucker at the end of it. It's kind of like when you say something bad about somebody in the South,
that.
but at the end of it, what do you say to make it better? Bless her heart.
Motherfucker. Bless her heart. Oh, yeah.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, that's how you say it in the South. Oh, honey, bless her heart.
That man is dumb as a stick. Bless his heart.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Some people's flipping kids. True, true, true.
So men from health department say he found rat pellet, and I say no, it's big chocolate sprinkles. So we bring big cookie for to bring customers back.
That's right. But it's actually to make the children happy, ain't it? It's
Oh,
all about the
So the
propaganda
children of the
spin.
neighborhood would be happy.
your face changes a little when you do that.
I would have been back to see those folks.
I wonder if Jim Carrey sits there, with his whole new lease on life or whatever.
Yeah.
I wonder if he sits there and goes, man, I don't want to watch any of my movies. What was I thinking? I corrupted the youth of the world.
The pen is red.
I bet you he gets stuck on the mask. Like for real?
Oh, for real though. That one, yeah. Yeah.
Did you miss me? I guess not.
Yeah. All right. So here's when I saw, and this is no joke, when I saw Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, I thought to myself, this guy is going to hang himself in his living room.
Really?
That's the first thing I thought
That's how
about
I
Jim
felt
Carrey when I
about-
saw that movie.
What dreams may come.
You think he's going to hang himself in his living room?
I think that I would have a hard time watching that movie again.
The movie that I have a hard time watching, I've never watched. The Jamie Foxx movie, the celloist or the soloist maybe, where he's a homeless musician,
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that.
and this guy decides he's going to help him, but like every Housey, he's an idiot, doesn't understand homelessness or trauma, and just tries shoving a bunch of help on this dude that's not useful.
Oh, yeah. That one I've heard a million times. Like, I could use some help. Well, here's how I'm going to help you. That's not helpful. Well, then you don't want help? Okay.
How about when there's somebody that you care about and they care about you, but then you get to their environment, it's supposed to be a loving environment where
And
you'll be
then
able to
it's-
help yourself. And
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, go
fuck
help
you, you're a
yourself.
dumb cunt, you're a stupid bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking get out of my house. Holy shit. And that's the couple that lives there, and you're going, all right, I'm hearing this every day, and as much as I'm glad to not be being abused or punched or yelled at myself anymore, the fact is it's still happening in the environment that I'm in. It is scary. It's not that I hate these people or that they're toxic, it's that the environment is hell.
Yeah.
Please stop beating your wife. Please stop kicking your kids.
Stop getting Taco Bell.
Jesus, fuck yes. Taco John's, potato olays.
Oh, those are so good.
People
yeah.
here don't even know what that is.
Anything that ends in pizza.
I'm going to have to start making some words up.
Ego must end in pizza.
Especially if the word that comes before pizza is pizza.
Pizza, pizza. That would be Little Caesars.
Pizza is just like cheese in the fact that the only thing that makes those two things better are more of those two things.
Right?
No, cheese, more cheese does not make cheese better.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
I would. Yup.
My asshole begs to differ.
Oh.
I wasn't talking to your asshole.
Every time you open your mouth in my direction, that's exactly what you're doing.
Asshole has ears.
Oh, that's a problem.
I'm all
Get the
ass.
look at, man.
When people say kiss my ass, I say mark the spot, you're all ass. Well, you know what? I happen to be as well.
Oh, well, then I guess it doesn't matter where you kiss, then, eh?
Right, exactly. Either way, I recommend not licking your lips afterwards.
Ugh.
You know what? Scrub your brain with a toilet brush. It's cleaner than what you just heard.
I too am visual.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of us are. That's the thing about people not taking a look at the evidence, and I just got to explain it to them. And then they're like, well, I don't remember any of that. I'm like, of course you don't remember it. You have a visual memory, especially when you're stressed, just like the rest of us.
Or you have a visual memory with eidetic total recall, which means that I might not remember now, but later you in trouble.
I am going to remember.
I won't
It's a
remember
matter of-
everything. In
It's a
lot
matter of I
detail.
remember so much at one point in time, and I gather up so much information
That it
at one time. I
actually
have
hurts.
to process it. It takes
actually
time.
literally
Yes.
gives me a migraine.
Absolutely. And the more complicated, the more fun it is not.
Yeah.
And then there's the panic attacks, and it's you get a panic attack as a stress reaction from
And
abuse.
the next thing you know, the pressure changes in my spinal cord, and I have a TIA and like mini seizures.
Boob scraps, boob scraps.
That just sounds like all sorts of fun. We should start ourselves a legion of superheroes.
Superheroes, stupor. We'll just sit
All right.
around.
Do we get to
We
choose
are
our
the
own numbers?
pirates who don't know anything.
Yes,
Do we have sticks and blankets and make forts?
Excellent.
that's the plan.
Superhero camp?
I have sticks and blankets for making a fort on my fucking car.
What the hell are we waiting for?
Why the hell have we
Gas.
not done this already?
I'm serious.
We're waiting on on Taco Bell and somebody to volunteer to sit on the carburetor.
Oh. Well, I can sit on things.
Taco Bell is good for something.
I'm usually on my ass, but let's try something else.
Whatever. You go ahead and say that. Everything that you said yesterday, as far as the whole situation with you and your freezing ass vehicle, was
Yeah.
very valid and helping
Yeah.
you out. It wasn't a situation where it's like, oh my God, she's got boobs. I have to help her.
Right? No, yesterday was about not wasting energy or getting clothing wet.
Now, if I
Point of
was
death.
being sexist, sir, I'm sorry that I helped out with your battery as well. That was extremely wrong of me. I was supposed to be being sexist yesterday.
Yeah, let this be a lesson to you. Never again.
Never.
Never again.
Never again not let a woman die of
Never again. Never again. Never.
hypothermia. by
Ain't no ditty
keeping
like
her
absurdity.
alive,
This is
laughing.
America.
Yeah. But
And no, you don't get to die of hypothermia. Although it would be really cool to watch. No, it wouldn't. That would be horrible to watch.
It'd be awful.
unless you replace the people with rats.
Oh.
No, I like rats.
have
I
the
had a
nutcracker
pet rat
come in?
named Kavada. Flies, however, bane of my flippin' existence.
I am willing to invent and create the first fly guillotine.
I think that sounds complicated.
I'm pretty sure they already have one. It's called a razor blade.
Yeah, you're catching those little motherfuckers, and tying them up, pulling the wings off them, and the legs. So
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? The humane thing to do is get it over quickly. That's what I told
It will
people
be over
before Natalie
quickly
was
after
killed.
they've got
I told them either help me or kill me. But they wouldn't kill me. I told them I will dig my own hole. I will give you my vehicle. I will give you all of my money to put one in my skull. I will drive to the mountains and you can have all of my stuff. That's all you got to do. And you know what? No takers. None.
that's probably because advertising something like that, cops do that, feds do that. They take you out there and say, okay, I'm just kidding. All right, get them, boys, and then they go to prison forever.
Well, Natalie was trying to get somebody to shoot her in the head. She found somebody. She advertised on Craigslist, though.
We can't all be winners.
Right? She got lucky. I didn't. I'm stuck here taking the hell.
That is just beyond fucking way fucked up. I feel bad about what I said. I do apologize. I meant no disrespect.
You know what? You're allowed to have your beliefs, your opinions, and some of your
It's not
jokes.
belief. I was trying to be funny.
I know. And now I'm going to have to hate you forever. And you know what? From here on in, I'm going to consider myself the new Prince of Egypt. I am the Salah ad-Din reborn. It's time to declare a holy and unholy jihad upon you and your vaniness.
Well, no, how about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? You wage war on that smelly cabbie dude that brought you from West Philadelphia to Bel-Air.
You know, I could pull a Will Smith and go smack somebody half my size over a joke.
You always know just had to cheer me up.
Right? Well, you know, it's supposedly about race. I don't know what race that was, a race up to the podium. But who is he
Race up to
racing
the second?
against? He obviously was not racing against Jada Pinkett Smith's stairs because those were there immediately. Blam!
Yeah. Handprints optional. Like, never mind. Did that really happen?
Did Will Smith really smack a dude across the face who was half his size on
Really?
stage? It really happened, yes, sir.
Yeah, and he said,
Have you
"Take
have
my
you been
wife's
living in a
name
van by the
out
creek
your
or something?
mouth."
No, I've been living in a van down by the river.
Sorry, Hinto.
No, for real. This is like van number 4.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's rough.
First full-size van. The rest of them have been minivans.
Ah.
Doesn't really count. So
I
like
can
to-
imagine how that went for you.
At one point, I had 3 vans at once. That was an interesting trek across town.
Mm,
And,
like a whole caravan.
2 of them were caravans.
All right, so here's what we need to do.
It's a
I've got the
metaphor.
one vehicle here with gasoline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it up to the van,
All right, you back
and
it
we'll
up.
tow it up there, and then we will back the van up to your car, and I will tow all 3 of our vehicles anywhere we need to go, including the moon.
Ah, excellent.
Shoot for the moon!
To the moon.
To the moon and back. I'm gone.
Straight
I'm
to the
gone. Brown chicken, brown cow.
Chicken brown cow.
That's right. And of course, when the first caveman drove in from the dregs, he didn't know what would go with making the eggs.
You just made this big thing about sexism, and you still said caveman. I think all of your he's, she's, and it's listening would be more comfortable if you said cave person.
Cave person.
You mean cave poop holes? Because they're assholes too.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by
I'm sorry. I'm surrounded by a bunch of cave poop holes.
It's all around me. It's all around me. What? My belt.
The problem with the biggest asshole being in charge is that we're all below that. And as a result, we all get shat on.
Yeah. How do you know he's royalty and got shit all over him?
Yeah.
Bring out your dad.
I'm not dead yet.
Can't take him like that. It's against regulation.
I feel happy.
I'm getting better.
On the car. Oh, don't be such a baby.
I think I'll go for a walk.
You're not feeling anyone. You'll be stone dead in a moment.
Isn't the moral of that story to always fear the rabbit?
No, it's always washed
Oh,
behind
well,
your ears.
I guess it is
No,
because
it's
that
not.
rabbit would screw you up.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
moral of that story is to always wash behind your ears.
Even if I was in English,
I don't need rescuing. Maybe listen to the words coming out of people's mouths.
right? Some people do float.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm a floater.
I hear that's because of too much fat in your diet.
That's probably what it is. It's all gone to my head as well. I have the
Well,
fattest
at least
head,
it's useful.
right? I'm buoyant.
Ah,
Someone
like a
go
bobber.
jiggle the hand.
Exactly. Yeah, so if I get thrown out in the ocean, sure, the rest of me is sink, but my head, it keeps surfacing.
Solar powered toilet.
Oh.
Right? Then you have to shit outside.
You know, the cords for those things go for miles.
Unless
have
you
a
want to
solar
just do
panel.
a fence and have it be like a top-down situation.
Now, my question is, why would you want to make a solar-powered toilet? I get that you could wire up something.
Because
You can turn your whole yard into a
Have you ever
giant...
shat in a pit toilet? It's not exactly fun in -20, let me tell you.
I've had splattering diarrhea in the middle of the woods at 2 o'clock in the morning.
There are things living down there,
All right,
and they
that-
are not afraid.
If you have ever had to squat in the woods with projectile shiting, and it
measured it.
sprays off of the ground, and you can feel it splatting up all over your butt cheeks, the bottom of your
you
legs.
can't use your socks or lower pants legs for toilet paper anymore.
Exactly.
No, you can. You have to take the pants off and use the
Not if
inside.
it's splattered already.
Yeah.
If it properly splattered, it'd be
Well,
all
all right.
the
So
inside and out.
I pull my pants down to here, right? So when I squat down, where my waist is, that part, the back part's here, and the front part's here, and my dookie goes all up in here, but it sprays all over this here.
Keep it simple. Just say I'm dropping the kids off at the pool.
Because I was never Marine.
Ah.
You can't be using military acronyms at me. I was never in the military. If you say FUBAR, I don't know what's fucked up beyond all recognition.
Well, 7
I don't know what situation normal all fucked up is.
proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Yeah, I think they call that Viagra.
Ah! Oh, hey!
Yep.
My name is Brick.
How do you find a politician in a crowd?
What will be called mentally retarded.
See, and now you're not allowed to say retarded anymore. You have to say, no, you can't say
Wait, what is
developmentally
retarded?
disabled anymore because that one's not
That sounds more
politically
like
correct. But before that, it was mongoloid.
Right?
And meanwhile, people who are autistic, people with cerebral palsy, and people who have Down syndrome are the ones who get those labels to this day.
No, but they get to say it. They get to say it. It's like the
What do you mean they? What are you insinuating here, sir?
Proverbial they?
the proverbial they. The list of nice, fine, upstanding citizens that you just listed.
Yeah. Nice and ambiguous. Good job.
I don't know who I'm going to blame for this congregation, but I'm fairly certain that this is probably on an FBI most wanted list already.
Oh,
We are probably red flagged for making jokes about the government at this
Oh,
point.
I'm sure. No. Like,
All right, I'm not red flagged for my jokes. I'm red flagged for my calls. I'm the only person that I'm aware of who recorded live on YouTube channel when they called up the FBI and formally declared war.
Whoa. Did that happen?
It's still up on my
Calling them up
YouTube
and saying
channel.
You're saying, check, it's your turn. No, but for real, you did that?
Yeah.
What the heck?
They wouldn't fucking listen to me and people were getting killed.
Ah.
And that
Yeah,
fucking
nobody
piece of
listens
shit
out here.
in Wyoming
Did you?
In
got away
Wyoming?
with all that. The dudes in Colorado got away with their shit. Ted Bollinger is still free.
Didn't
Holy
preface
fuck.
it with somewhere with C504.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
That's why they didn't take you seriously, and that's why you're not at war
You
right now.
gotta declare mutual combat.
Well, I don't want to go combat.
Well, then
I'm not
say
interested in
declare
people dying. I'm not going to fight a war if it
non-combat.
means I got to kill people. That's
Declare
stupid.
Non-violent, non-existent, but
I
very
declare
real
myself
war.
non-combatant.
I'm declaring war because people won't keep their nasty cockbeaters to themselves, and I'm not allowed to defend myself.
Yeah.
I'm tired of having to go in alone, and I'm tired of people wasting my time and my energy and my money and saying, I'll help you, I'll help you, I'll help you. And at
then
the end of the
doing
night,
nothing.
exactly.
All right, guys, we're going to war. Ready, set, go. Time out.
Yeah, it means about as much as, saying, have fun storming the castle. Like, it's not a fucking contract. You know?
Right? Well, the whole point of it
least
was that
hourly.
it's a
At
war on the
least
poor. I just, basically, I figured, why not just formally declare it? Why not make the point
Because
of
you
doing
didn't
so?
say the thumb war thing first.
See, now you're just being absurd, and I'm trying to explain the point. I think we have to go to war, sir.
Ah, why have the tables have turned?
Right? You get your beaten stick, I'll get my beaten stick. Whoever's got the bigger stick wins.
How do you turn around a table to any?
Wait, no. There's a girl here, so we can have a vote.
Oh, does somehow my pussy make me an independent voter?
No, I think that just means you get 2 votes.
See, now that right there proves exactly my point. Both of these two folks here just prove exactly my point that I speak on my channel. And of course, it's hilarious because it is. You know what's more funny than the
has to be
truth?
funny.
Not
That's
much.
Terrifying.
Not much is more hilarious than the truth.
Right?
All right, so
The
what are your
world
2
is
votes?
funny,
Is he a
the universe
dipshit
is
or am
funny.
I? That's what I'm making it. I don't remember what we were having our argument about, so we'll just make it. You get to vote on which one of us is the dipshit. You better pick me or I won't be friends with me no more.
Wait, were we supposed to do a thumb war? I think you said something.
I can't do a thumb war. I'm fucking gimpy.
Oh, okay.
Cops screwed up my wrist.
Honor, the comedian clearly stated words.
Real words?
No, the fake ones.
The fake one.
Oh my God, like when a Spanish person speaks to a Nebraskan and you can see the rocks tumbling.
Oh, I'm more like
Oh my God, they're speaking a foreign language at me. Oh my God, learn to speak English.
it
Oh.
has blonde hair and multi-syllable vocabulary. Burn it, it's a witch.
It must be. Oh my God. Finally, a woman who understands. Now, the only problem here is that, actually, I think her opinions are great. Keep voicing them.
Oh, well, I don't think I have control over that, so I'm glad that you don't mind.
No filter.
No filter.
No filter.
Oh, there it goes.
There went your filter.
Boom, there's the drop.
Loud noises. I don't. Yeah, I have a sauna in my kitchen.
See, that's
a
what
lot
we
of
get
people
for
think that's
listening
weird.
to
I don't
Nom
know
Nom
much about
Mana.
wine, but I know you gotta keep it hot.
Mana Mana Mana.
Yep, that's what we get. Fired up the Muppets.
Phenomena.
That's the animals got really well. Phenomena. And then there's the hecklers. Oh!
What was the other one? Oh, Nick, Nickelodeon.
Yep.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, we had the Aztecs, we had the Olmecs, we had the Incas.
Oh, that show.
Right?
So cool. The temple show.
What was the name of that? It was on Nickelodeon too.
Oh,
It was like Olmec's Temple or some crap.
And they'd fucking dump that slime on you.
Yeah, you can't do that on television.
big and slanted. Yeah, the obstacle course, secret.
Yeah.
The secret of.
See, and that was
Ninja?
way,
Oh,
way
wait,
more
not
cool
that.
than American Ninja. And what was it before American Ninja? It was American Gladiator.
Oh, it's shiny.
Shiny equals shiny.
I love shinies.
A
I
shiny-
have ADOS, attention deficit. Oh, shiny.
I don't know exactly
Squirrel.
what it is, but I'm pretty sure that squirrels fall under that category.
They do, they do. Hey, their eyes are shiny. They're tiny and beady, but they're shiny.
Tiny rhymes with shiny.
Tiny shiny.
Right?
Hey, it rhymed. At least something did today.
Old
should've heard
Mother
our rap
Hubbard
session
ran
earlier.
to the cupboard
Awful.
to get her doggy bone. When's been I'm not going to finish that song. It's not appropriate. Go, go, Godzilla.
Go, go, Godzilla. I would say it like that because I have a friend
Gojira.
on Twitch
There goes Tokyo.
with his
Godzilla.
online name is Godzilla. And so I always say
Gojira.
Godzilla.
I like Gojira.
Here goes
Gojira
something
and
love
Mothra
town,
was
something
probably like
about
one of the biggest
fun.
classic ones
I
that
always
everybody
think
likes.
with my hair like this, it's more like Tommy.
What hair?
Over 9,000.
Oh my god, you can take your head off and pretend like people are being mean to you because you got the same thing as Jada Pinkett Smith.
Hair, except shorter.
It's like
You know what alopecia is? It's baldness.
Oh, that's bizarre.
I have alopecia. Now, is it okay to slap me over, slap somebody over the face for making a joke at me for being bald?
No.
Yes.
No?
Yes?
Go Will Smith then.
If they want to smack themselves over a joke that you make, let them.
Oh, if they're gonna smack themselves, absolutely.
I think I might have misunderstood something.
I'm certain you
misunderstood
did.
the Direction in that.
Well, I was thinking to myself, you know, if it would have been me sitting there next to Will Smith and Chris Rock would have made fun of my bald head, I would have laughed. Literally, alopecia means bald. That's what it means. She's got alopecia. I'm like, oh my God, it means bald.
Do you know what a
This is not a life-threatening. What?
Do you know what a merkin is?
You're jerking McGurkin.
No, that's a real word. I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you don't know what it is, never mind. Look it
I
up.
don't want to
I
know.
just say Murloc, which is Murloc.
I was going to go with the whole conversation of a hair and real hair versus fake hair.
Oh.
Well, if y'all want to go check on gas, I'd recommend doing it quickly because
Well, real hair versus
they'll be
fake
going to
hair.
lunch here soon, I'm sure.
You know what? Some of us just want to be able to play with our fucking hair, and what's the point of arguing
That's a
about
big
whether it's
conflict.
real or not?
I like playing with my hair.
And if I have the ability to put some fucking hair extensions in and enjoy the way that I look because I'm a designer and I want to curate my fucking look because I'm a fucking designer, then I don't need an excuse. It's my own fucking head.
I think I should be able to pretty myself. He pretties himself. Look, he sculpted himself into Captain Kangaroo.
Not the only place that they make wigs for. Yeah,
Alright.
and every place on your body that you grow hair, they make
Well,
a fake
it makes you
hairpiece
feel
for.
better about the.
All right, I want a
image you put out
chest
into the
wig.
world, and that's your. That's
I
your.
don't know what that
thing.
one's called. A merkin is a fake piece of hair.
Okay. Wow. I
Oh,
have faith in
Farming.
hair extensions, but that's just because I like to eat free. We need to get tobacco. What time it is?
It is 11:33.
Meet you at the gas station.
Do they give you money to meet you at the gas station?
Meet you at the gas station.
Ooh, that'd be a little bit of a relay in this situation. Though.
Yeah, this one doesn't.
We might have to save that for tomorrow.
All right.
Have to siphon it down out of that.
Well, I almost.
There's an idea. I'm not. Oh, hey, look. If you got that, I can get the tobacco situation.
I got
Or I
almost enough
can't.
to get
No,
a.
I can't.
Almost enough to get a coffee to do some of the internet stuff I gotta do.
Let me give you 50 cents. Can you go into the Shell station?
Yeah, I should be able to. Why?
Okay. Because they have.
An anti-glare barrier.
Yeah, anti-Claire Bear. Apparently they find it very offensive when I get hot water in the middle of the night so I don't freeze to death. So now I have to send somebody to go get the cheap stuff. Because everywhere else it's been,
There's something cheaper than water.
well, you know,
Depends on the water you get.
apparently I was accused of stealing water, hot water, in the middle of the night when it's freezing and my blankets are all fucking wet.
Well, that's what you get for not fucking freezing to death. What the
I
hell is
know,
wrong
how
with you?
dare I? You know what? Here's your 50 cents
What's that for?
for helping me buy some tobacco because I can. And here's your tip. There's a dime.
So there's
Whoa,
tobacco
whoa,
there
that's
for
like
60
9.5
cents.
Too much.
They sell cigarettes there for 60 cents.
We're gonna have to come up with some more, but they have $1.49 for a pack of cigars.
Well, I'll pick up snipes all day. I gotta get something done as
I
far
got
as.
tobacco. We can roll into this the cigar stuff too.
Positively. Well, you should keep this for when you get enough to
Alright.
get a friggin' tobaccos.
You wanna try one? Whoa! Drop the dime. You gotta read it. That's not very nice.
Yeah. I don't know if that's winning or losing, but that's something already.
Yep, I almost have enough for a coffee, which is pretty important.
Yeah.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I'd almost have a dime.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make funnies now. I gotta get stuff done. It's
Go
pretty
ahead.
important.
Yeah. I'm super tired and.
I understand.
I
You
really
was
actually
cold.
gotta see if I can get my tech charged up so that I can like try to figure out if there's anybody on my account at all.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there's still just big old fat zeros. And here I am just sitting on ass.
They're working on that. They're going on the diet. They're
Well, that's one of the things about going down and getting on the
Skinny-ish
DHS.
Zeros. That's how I feel. That's my summer. And summer is skinny-ish zero. Not,
I know. I've seen a lot of people out here that it just the stuff never gets done. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those folks. I like to joke. I like to play,
I'm
and I
doing
like to
this
work.
right now because I just spent all night in my car trying not to freeze to death, and it
Yo.
was literally a sheet of ice on the outside of my fucking car. So
I got to wipe mine down and get it warmed up and get gas put in it, but I don't have that alternator issue.
yeah,
And I
you
was
do
only
what you
able to
gotta
take
do.
care of
I'll
that because I
figure
had
out
the
my
money
stuff. At
to.
least the sun is up, you know. That's good. Maybe. Although in this place it doesn't seem to give you anything wrong. You get the same piece of shit attitude from everybody no matter where you go. Except for you guys. Okay, so I have to say that. That's not a blanket statement anymore. Because I did find you guys.
You didn't find me. I found myself. I was never lost.
Well, what I mean is that I happened to roll up just in time to offer you a joint. And it may or may not have saved my life in the end.
Very good. All right, so the paperwork on the DHS, there's also the possibility they'll want that to be done electronically.
Okay.
I don't know if both of you have stuff going on with them.
I already have my stuff set up. I just ran out of food stamps because, it's expensive to eat a lot of vegetables. I can't eat ramen. I can't eat white bread. I can't eat pasta. Like, how the do I get more food when all of the cheap options are the stuff that's going to really kill me if I stick to all of that? I can't.
I'm lucky I can just eat starches all day. There's a lot of people
can't.
can't.
Do that. I'm sensitive to starches too. So it's like, I like beef stew, for example, but can I eat that every day? No, I'm going to be a fucking bloated mess and a nightmare to everybody. On top of being, all the things left over from this summer. Highly unpleasant. PMSy, hangry.
I get PMS.
Half frozen, stuck when I don't want to be stuck here. All my clothes were dripping wet from the condensation in the car from the rain last night.
I'm gonna go do something the stuff that I can at least do by myself right now. Whenever you guys are ready, I guess. Hurrying up and waiting is killing me.
Here we go.
What I need to do is invent a transporter, and I'll just press the magic button.
Yeah, just push the button, teleport it. Beam me up, Scotty.
The magic button is right next to the big red button, so make sure you're pressing the right one.
Well,
Either one works in that
you
scenario.
just make the big red buttons.
Either one will work in that scenario. I kind of figured it'd be something like that. I get it, but if you want to laugh and joke and have fun about something every single day, you never actually get anything done. Yesterday we got something done. After last week and the week before, both of them were going to help me, and their own stuff prevented them from being able to. No, it's not that it's preventing them from being able to. They absolutely could. They still could. My thing is that I've been trying to get help myself. I do need the help, and when I'm constantly running around helping others because they're going to help me, and then they don't, like, why am I trying? Why am I going through all this effort? It's not a hatred towards anybody. It's a holy crap. How is one person going to go through all this? It ain't right. Anyway, I got a pretty close to full tank of gas. I suppose I ought to go try to find somebody who can go in with me. Obviously, I don't hate people for wanting to take a break and get a little bit of a rest, and I understand that she was freezing in her vehicle last night. I was freezing in mine too. It wasn't exactly warm in here, and I get that it's definitely not as warm in her vehicle as it was in mine. I understand the not getting sleep, But that's the thing. Who else understands it? Who else tries to understand when it's me in that situation? Mm. Most of the churches up until now didn't do anything to help. For me, it's frustrating because people say they're gonna. I really need them to come through. When they keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, like literally nobody's listening to me. I'm running around doing errands and favors for everybody. They say that they'll help me, but they don't. I'm always fucking busy trying to help those people who claim that they'll help me, and they never end up helping. Or they want to call a sandwich help. No, 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 no. That's not it. People feed me, and you notice I feed others too. It's when I gotta go in by myself. People say they will go in with me, and then I have to again go in by myself. We set up a time and a day, and I pay them for their time even. Or compensate them by working on whatever project they need help with. Now, one of the things is Claire was going to help me today. He was going to help me last week. It didn't happen. She was going to help me today, but it's something where I really need her, if you're going to help me, to actually help. Actually listen to understand. Yes, I can drive their batteries around and charge them up every day. Sorry, that's Dora screaming, I think. And Casey, he really likes to tell stories and likes to talk, and I get that. He likes to be funny too. But this is serious shit, and I need help. A lot of people out here, they'll emotionally dump on you everything in their fucking life, but you're not allowed to have any problems because then, of course, you're a bad person who's always negative. Like, holy fuck. At least we got a few moments of happiness today. But this always ends up being the way that it is. And then, of course, there's always the I need gas, I need gas, I need gas. Well, I can't run around and get gas for everybody. I have no fucking clue where the hell I'm gonna get the assistance that I need without help. And all these other people complaining that they're not getting any assistance, they're having to do it alone. Well, there's a solution to that. Now, if someone says they're going to help me with this stuff, it would be nice if they'd actually put the time forth to do it. I don't mind expending my resources for something that's mutual. But it's not mutual if you get something out of it and I don't get shit. I don't mind putting off part of my day or rescheduling or anything like that. It's when it's every day I'm wasting resources. Nobody is helping me to replenish my resources that I'm spending. A lot of these other people, if they would just work together, they would get somewhere, but they never do. That's not true. They'll run into somebody who's got the same addiction as them and they'll work together for mutual combat. Oh, that's basically what it is at that point in time. If your drug of choice is alcohol and you got two alcoholics that, well, they both have the goal of getting that bottle. Once they've pulled themselves together to get that bottle, though, there's a potential they might combat each other. Now, as far as people who are living in survival mode, when it comes time for them to keep their word, they always want to tell you about all of their problems. No. You don't even listen to my problems. I'm constantly listening to yours. Or if I bring up mine, there's always a joke about it. So, all right, we'll get in a joking mood. And the thing is, when there's stuff that needs done, it needs done. For me, I don't have any hatred towards any of these people. What I hate is wasting my time. I hate the fact that I can't do this alone, and all these people understand I can't do it alone, but then they just don't feel like it. Well, you know what? I don't feel like driving around and fucking hooking people's batteries up all the time. I don't feel like doing the right thing all the time, but I do it because it's the right thing. And you know what? When I make some time for myself, I get treated like I'm the shittiest fucking person in the world for making some time for myself. It's that one time that you say no, that they say, oh, you never helped me. Yeah, well, you know, here's the thing. You never helped me. People don't help in the way that they say they will. They don't stop to... When you do finally get them so they have time and they say they're gonna, there's always somebody else there and they're gonna be fucking joking the whole time. Nobody hears a goddamn word you're saying. You gotta wait for fucking fun time to end. And then they don't want fun time to end. If it's their appointment, they have a fucking panic attack and they scream and they fucking shout that they can't fucking make it. And they swear up and down if you help them out that they'll help you out next time, and then they never do. There's always some reason they can't. Always. And that's why it sucks being an at-risk adult out here, because everybody fucking takes advantage of you, and that is what it is at that point. Why am I trying? Why am I helping people who aren't helping me? We're gonna is fine and dandy, but I'm sick of the we're gonnas. Let's fucking do it. When people ask for my help, it doesn't take me fucking 6 goddamn weeks or 6 years to do something. When Brandon Ratner's brother disappeared, I didn't fucking take 6 goddamn years to fucking say something. If you guys wait until you don't have anything wrong in your life and everything in your life is fucking perfect before you help anybody else, your life is never going to be perfect. You got to understand that, first of all. And second of all, your life ain't going to get any better because you're fucking selfish. And people are going to realize that you're selfish and they're going to go away. You want help, but you won't help others. You will say that you will, but in the end, you don't follow through. And then, of course, when they're frustrated because you didn't follow through, it's their fault that you didn't follow through, isn't it? It's their fault that you got paid but didn't do the work. It's their fault that you gave your word but didn't follow through. It's their fault, isn't it? It's the victim's fault. The person who is taking the abuse, who needs your help to stop the abuse, it must be their fault, huh? And that is simply how the United States operates. We blame the victims for being victimized. We give them token help. Instead of helping someone to actually get on their feet, you make them fucking run through fucking 3 goddamn weeks of fucking hoops. Every goddamn month. And then you tell them the next month, oh, well, we can only do that once every 3 months or once every 6 months, or well, that's a one-time only thing we're allowed to do. And meanwhile, people not following through wastes those fucking resources. You got 3 goddamn days to get something done. And people want to fucking fuck with your goddamn timetable because all they want to do is get fucked up on goddamn meth or alcohol or chase pussy or chase dick. Or their problems are more important than yours. No matter how much you help them with theirs, they're never going to help you. And that's what sucks about being out here on the streets. You will never get the help that you need. The people that others are going to waste their resources on are the ones that they're told that they're supposed to. That means most of those resources are going to go to women. Women are always the victim. Even if they do horrible shit to another human being and destroy somebody's life through slander that results in that person being assaulted repeatedly, you know, there's no fucking consequences for a woman who does that. But if she pretends that a man might, then it magically justifies every fucking sin that she commits, doesn't it? And that's the thing here. I'm having to ask people who I'm hoping will, but in the end, they're not gonna. In the end, all of these people who promised to help me said, oh, don't kill yourself. Oh, I fucking care, dude. I care. No, the fuck you don't. That's the fucking point. You don't care. But you're gonna pretend like you fucking did after I'm dead, ain't you, you dumb son of a bitch? It's frustrating for me. It is. Like, can we focus on helping me, please? Isn't that what we were gonna do? We were gonna try helping Sean. I didn't mind helping everybody else. But this is the way that it always is. And this is why males don't get help. Everyone blows us off. And like I say, if it takes over 2 weeks, you are blowing them off. There's a lot of people that think that I had to go around and get their resources for them. Well, I can't do that for them. I can go in with them. And in most of these situations where these people are being turned down, that's exactly what they need. They just need somebody to go in with them. Of course, there's more to it than that. Like if you're being abused and you're disabled and you're telling your family about it and your family goes in with you, they've listened to you tell them about it. They care about your well-being and they are there to fucking support you in trying to put a stop to it. I don't have a family like that. And that's why I get blown off. That's why I have to go to complete and total strangers that may be addicted to meth, may be addicted to heroin, may be fucking rapists or child molesters, or they might be people who grew up in the system like me who just ended up getting fucked over, but I can't tell one from the other at a glance. People are all different. But getting people transitioned from hangout time to actually helping somebody time is impossible. Even if you pay them, if you don't fucking treat people like shit, they will walk all over you. And that's what sucks. I don't want to fucking treat people like shit. I'm tired of getting fucking walked all over. I'm tired of wasting resources on people who are full of shit. I'm tired of running around in fucking circles like a chicken with my goddamn head cut off, helping people to get resources that they only got because they had somebody there in person who actually went in with them. I've had so many people that bitched at me, Sean, I fucking go in and every time I do, they turn me down, and I go in with them and it's different. And why is it different? Because I went in with them. That's Dora. And I get overwhelmed with it. I should be allowed to be overwhelmed. I waste all these resources for help. I help other people how they need, because if I help them how they need, then they'll help. Well, hey, you know what? We can work on your shit. We can definitely come back and work on your vehicle. It's not like we can only do one and the other one is absolutely going to be destroyed. But then you've also got people who are afraid to leave their vehicles unattended because of thieves, because of tweakers. A lot of those tweakers being tweakers in fucking houses. Like your goddamn kids. Meanwhile, it's hurry up and wait. The longer that it takes for people to keep their fucking word to help me. I mean, yesterday, the whole fucking day, you know, I did what I could. I tried to fucking jump through the hoops. And I tried to explain I'm not a fucking hateful person, but I do hate it at this point. I hate jumping through a bunch of fucking hoops to fucking help people who say that they're gonna help me. And they never do. And then they say, oh, well, you got to understand this, and this. Hey, I got the same fucking problems. I have the same exact goddamn problems that you do. I've been helping you for fucking days. I've been helping a lot of people out since I fucking got here. And it's always the same. Yeah, I'll help. I care. Oh, did you give it to Jesus? Jesus fucking Christ. And meanwhile, I'm not sure if you guys have heard it for the last 20 minutes, but we got people screaming out there at each other. All right, that's Robert Farnsworth. They're telling him to get out. Hey! 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 Get your hands off! All right, I'm gonna let the people of the church know what's going on here.
Oh yeah, really? There's cameras, bitch.
There's a camera right here. You were shoving her. You got them on the phone. I'm gonna go in the church and let them know.
That you just tried to.
What I try to what?
Oh yeah?
Are you happy, Jesse?
You gotta let us say to her.
Get my old man?
You gotta let us say to her.
Really?
Nothing
Really?
to say to her.
Really?
I'm asking you to fucking leave. Thank you.
You?
Thank you.
Put your hands on me.
Thank you.
Hey, ma'am.
Thank you.
I saw him shove you, but
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, I fucking know so.
I don't think so. You're ripping over my car. You're fucking trying to get to her.
I didn't touch your fucking car. You're the one shoving
hello, trooper.
I got a witness.
that stupid bitch with the police.
I got a
I don't
witness.
care. You didn't put your fucking hands on me this time.
Put my hands on you. You fucking pinning me to my car.
Me? You're a liar.
Test me.
Me? You're fucking shoving me.
Oh no. I had to go because I'm telling them to call 911.
I already did. Because you fucking
Yeah, I don't have a phone.
The fuck you don't. Your bitch has got one.
I want her out of my sight.
He was fucking shoving me and pushing me.
She followed me here. I told her, do not come here. She menaced her. She, I want her away from me now. Now. You pinned me to my car. I had to relieve so I could call 911.
Oh, that's her pants on. Look at that.
She was wet and cold. It's called freaking being medical. What do you know?
What do you know? Nothing.
Goodbye.
This is the last time you put your fucking hands on me.
When you're pressing me against my car, trying to attack her, this is a 911 emergency. You're going to jail this time. You did it again. And no, I have not had one sip of alcohol. She has drank half that bottle.
should have grabbed my damn lighters.
I didn't touch him. He was fucking shoving me this time. I didn't touch him, and I just didn't I came to see him and say goodbye to him, and he wanted to be a jackass.
Young lady that she thinks that I'm sticking with and came to attack her.
That's a lie.
I got it on video. She wasn't horrible. She was just yelling at him because he was pushing her and shoving her and grabbing her, and I've been trying to turn him in for 2 weeks. I got to get somebody to go in with me or the cops don't take it serious.
Get ready.
One, two, three, four police vehicles.
Being all nice until he got close to that stupid bitch, and then he started being like this. For no reason, because he started shoving me and pushing me and trying to knock me down. You put your hands on me, I didn't touch you. You liar. But it's on me all the time. You touch it every day.
Obviously has got me pretty well shaken. This is the same Robbie that was threatening to kill people at a couple of the homeless feeds, threatened to assault people. We've got it on camera, him multiple times.
I'm not going to jail. You are.
This is a very scary situation, of course. And that's the thing. I mean, they got multiple police vehicles here. Situation with Robbie again. But at least this time somebody actually called the cops. All right. I'm gonna go back to my vehicle and have me a tobacco stick. And I'll come back, make sure I explain to him what's been going on. The shit with Robbie is out of control. What a bunch of asswipes. Robbie's the one who's being the trouble. Now, that lady should have just walked away, yeah, but she shouldn't have been putting his hands on her. Of course, the cops, they're making excuses. I got so much adrenaline flowing through my body right now. And I hear him saying they don't want Robbie to get in trouble. Robbie, whether he gets in trouble or not, it is our safety that needs to be considered. And then we got Dora. She'll scream until some of them recordings got her screaming at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, you think it's scary when you guys got to go through this? Imagine what it's like for us every fucking day. You tell us to stay away from them when we go to these services to go get food. All these places you tell us we got to go. And we go to those places and we got to run into people like Mr. Farnsworth. Oh, happy day. You guys show what you care about and who you care about based on the time that you make for them. However, just because you spend time with someone doesn't mean that you're making time for them. Sometimes you're making time for you. Sometimes you hang out with somebody because, well, they make you feel better, that they listen to you. Or they have a personality that doesn't rub you the wrong way. I'm exhausted from this. There's when two people get into hangout mode. That's going to be the issue with Claire and sorry, I got a air bubble on my chest. Anyway, the whole issue that's going to be here is they found somebody to pal up with, and that's cool. I'm glad. It's annoying for me because I do need the help, and I am wholeheartedly willing to help them, but it's got to be actual help, not, hey, Sean, I'm going to have an emergency every day that I need help with. And no matter how much you help me with them, I'm still not going to focus anything at all on your emergencies or your evidence or getting the help that you need. It's always going to be, I need help now. And that's the problem with all these people who are stuck in that frame of mind. I'm trying to show them by example, and it's not well reciprocated. Over there with Robbie screaming, he was screaming at the top of his lungs to call 911. Shit, she was already getting on the phone. Now, as far as everything that happened on the other side of the vehicle, there's an old man over there who saw the whole goddamn thing. Are the cops going to go talk to that guy? You ever wonder why so many people just stand around after something like that happens? Some of them it's entertainment. Some of them are witnesses. Are the cops going to ask them? You would hope. Here's the thing with it being a popularity thing. Cops know who Robert is. They don't want him getting in trouble, obviously. So they just let him terrorize people. Same thing in Chapel. Me getting terrorized. Cops won't do shit. Meanwhile, I was hoping that Claire was going to help me to turn him in today. I was hoping Jason was going to help me turn in Molly. I was hoping Scott would help me turn in Molly, and so would Dallas. I'm still waiting on any of them to have time. I'm waiting on anybody to have time. Oh, you got to do it yourself. Nobody else has time. Well, you can do your battery yourself. I could do that. I could make you walk down to the feed and get your own food. I could do that. It wasn't a matter of convenience. It was a matter of health. But was my health considered? Well, it was certainly considered by me. I burned up a lot of the day already. I should probably go down there and show my support some more. He was up on her in a very aggressive way. She did not feel that empowered. When she knew there was backup, or it was being recorded, or somebody was there that might actually give a shit, well, she was more confrontational herself at that point. She felt more empowered. I'm down with helping, folks. Hello. I love your movies. Sorry, it's a cow town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 these vehicles.
How much of this did you film?
I got it filmed, her walking away from him. He walks up to her and starts pushing her over here by the vehicle. The gentleman who was over here saw the whole thing.
So you got film of him pushing?
Yes, sir. I'm still filming, matter of fact. 1 hour, 26
Can
minutes
I
long.
view the part where he's pushing him?
Yes, you may. One moment. I've got him recorded threatening and harassing a lot of people, myself included, on my YouTube channel. But I have to end the live recording unless you guys have access to YouTube.
To YouTube?
Yep. He's threatened at least 4 other people and threatened a couple of them with killing them, a few of them, myself included, with being assaulted.
Was he pushing this one or the other?
No, he was shoving her. I was actually already filming because there's a situation where I had some people that were going to help me to turn in Mr. Farnsworth. He was threatening me on 4 separate occasions already, and they're on my YouTube channel as well. He just keeps doing it. There's also Lewis, and he did it to that man as well. There's another guy that Lewis was talking to that he's done it with. Yes, sir.
Daniel, right?
No, sir.
Tell me your name again. I forgot.
Sean.
Sorry.
Sean.
Sean. Okay, sorry, dude. So,
There's a guy who looks like me named Daniel. I already been told.
oh, okay, all right. So, just so you know, I'm recording on my camera.
I'm recording on mine. It's actually
That's
live
fine.
on YouTube.
Okay, did you see what was going on between the two at all?
I did. I had a few interactions with Mr. Farnsworth myself. I was sitting in my vehicle making a recording about how difficult it is to get someone to go in with me to turn him in. And, you know, a lot of people want to and offer to, but they just haven't gotten to it. And I heard screaming and shouting because Dora's over there doing her usual thing. And then I heard some more stuff down here, and I looked out, and of course, Mr. Farnsworth was yelling at her. And when they were over by the door here is when he started shoving her. And when I got over here, that's when she became more. He was the antagonist as far as what I saw.
Okay.
And as far as actually shoving, you know, she had her back turned when he was shoving her like into the
Oh,
vehicle.
so she wasn't pushing him at all.
I
From
did.
What you could see,
What I saw was her back to him. Like she was
and they were standing over here by the vehicle.
him and her both. Yeah. She at one point it looked like she was cornered between like the door and him, and he was telling her to get out of the vehicle, and that lady there.
Yeah.
And it's the problem is that the vehicle was in the way of most of it.
Uh-huh.
Now the gentleman who was just over here, he was standing right there, the gray-haired old man with the glasses.
Yeah, the one I just spoke to.
He saw the whole thing.
Yeah, I talked to him. He said it looked to him like they were both shoving each other. He couldn't tell for sure. So that's the reason I'm.
Well, I
wondering
know.
what you saw.
I know that what I saw was her walking away from him and him getting up real close up behind her and pushing her.
Okay, all right.
Now, the thing is, I've got 6 or 7 different situations with him where he's threatening to harm people and getting up in people's face and Like it's scary for a lot of people out here to deal with that.
Yeah. Okay. So
But
can I
it's,
get your information from your?
yes, sir.
What's your last name?
My last name is Schwartz, SCHWARTZ.
SCHWARTZ.
First
Sean,
name Sean,
S-C-A-N?
SHAWN,
Okay.
10/18/1980.
And a good phone number for you.
Well, since I'm live on YouTube, I can write it down for you.
Okay.
All right.
You may hold that pad for you.
No, I'm good. It takes me a while to remember my phone number after I got one, usually.
It's all right.
I'm autistic, but it's not the same thing as being retarded. There you go.
All right. And I'm gonna. Do you have an address?
I don't. That's one of
Transit.
the things is that, like, through all this, I can't take care of myself. And a lot of it is because of situations like with people like Robert or
Okay.
people like that lady Molly who just,
Okay.
I'm easy to victimize, so people do so.
Yeah.
As far as the yelling and shouting goes, she seemed to be more empowered when she knew that somebody was here and it was being recorded, and she seemed sticking up for herself a little bit more. But the stuff that I could hear it's on my YouTube channel. It's literally being recorded right now. So
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I appreciate the info, man. Thank you.
yes, sir.
Have a better day.
Yes, sir. Is she got a safe place she can go?
Yeah, I think so. She's been telling us that she's been staying in place.
All right, because he is scary. He has pursued me several times.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
The reason the cops don't like doing anything is because all they can do is take him to a night hatch for a possibility of up to 3 days. Me? I'm Sean Schwartz. Sean Schwartz. No, I'm better than God. I'm actually
no,
here.
you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
I don't
There's
see God
nobody
doing
better than
anything
the
about
Holy
people
Spirit.
threatening to kill people.
Huh? He's mentally ill.
A lot of people are mentally ill. I get
Why do
called
you stick
mentally
your
ill.
nose in this shit? He doesn't need to go to jail right now.
You know what? There are multiple recordings with him threatening myself and others. At this point, it is a
There's
safety issue for a lot of
10,000 people
us.
in this county that have got mental illness.
That's
and you
right.
want to pick on him?
Ain't nobody picking on him.
Well,
He
you
is
know what?
threatening to kill people. He comes up to
I am
people
going
at
to pray
random.
for you because you did a very bad thing right now. Okay?
I did the right thing, and you can pray. Now, here's the thing. If they were both shoving each other, that is mutual combat. In Nebraska, that's what they both get charged with. But we ain't in Nebraska, are we? And of course, that lady can do her prayers, but her prayers aren't going to stop this. Now, you also get to see how the term mentally ill is used. Mentally ill is a crutch. I get that he's got mental issues. I do. I got mental issues of my own, and they're compounded by people like that. Robbie does need actual help. Now, what he's got to look at, being arrested, he's got to look at losing his vehicle and everything that he fucking owns, same as I am worried about with my stuff right now. But as far as animosity goes, there's no animosity in this. It's not just fear for me, it's fear for... Now, yeah, that lady could have taken care of this all herself, sort of. But she's not pulling a Leslie Snell in all this. Her tears are legitimate, her fears are legitimate, which is entirely different from Leslie Snell. When Leslie Snell broke the law and screwed up real big, she wanted to put on the crocodile tears and play victim. Of course I'm going to be against that. That shit just ain't right. Now, just in case they need to talk to me, obviously, I got a call from Florida earlier, and I don't know who it was, but I'm going to have to call him back. Just because there was something going on. Now, with that lady down there, yeah, she's scared of Farnsworth. Now, what are the chances of her working together with me to try to get him actual help? Well, she might want him in prison, and I don't think that's going to do him any good. I don't think that'd do him any good at all. Now, as far as, yep, they've got him in cuffs, and his brother's over there praying for him, and that's good. They can do their prayers, but he's going to need more than just prayers. He's going to need people to be there and be supportive of him, and instead of calling him mentally ill, they need to state what it is that mental illness is, and they need to get him help for that particular illness, not use it as an excuse or a crutch. See, that's the thing, is if they're going to use that as an excuse, then they need to do that universally. Like that lady was saying, there's 10,000 people in this county with mental illnesses. 10,000 of them. So obviously she knows a bunch of her stuff. Now she wants to pretend like I done an evil thing. No, I am afraid of fucking Farnsworth. I mean, I don't know how many times he has pulled up just to harass me or threaten my life. Alright, he hasn't threatened to kill me that I've gotten recorded. He has threatened to assault me and threatened to assault others, and those are recorded. If he gets a court date, I'll show up. Although that's not generally the way this goes. They've called him mentally ill. They'll railroad him. They might take him to a mental institution and inject him with those drugs that I am so against being put into people. And with that lady being angry and his brother staring me down at the moment, yeah, I do have to worry about retaliation because I told the truth. But I don't want Robbie injured. I don't want him hurt. They're letting him have a cigarette, which is awful kind of them. If someone was to put a bunch of bullet holes inside of my car today, and I was asked, well, who would want to do a thing like that? I could give you a list of hundreds of people. Now they've got my information and they've got my number, and they can call me. And of course, I go to the church meals, so if they want to come talk to me at the church meals, I won't tell them no. But of course, making it safe out here on the streets means actually doing something to make it safe on the streets. Now, sure, that lady could have walked away, but at the same time, seeing the video, how she was walking, and so was he. When it got to a physical altercation, as far as her not being there, that is 100% the don't be there situation. Best way to avoid punch, no be there. Anyway, I'm shaking a bit less. I got a little less adrenaline going through me. It's helpful. I got gas in my car, so now I gotta go do the computer stuff. There's a lot of people out here, they got things they need to do, but once they got somebody that'll hang out with them, they want to hang out. And that's cool. But also, like, it's divided attention. When there's a goal, it's important to work on that goal. A lot of these guys, their attention is divided rapidly and quickly. That goes for pretty much everybody out here. You know, you want to help somebody out, but you don't have enough gas. Or you want to help them out, but even though you were supposed to meet them at 11 o'clock or noon, well, you got a call and now you got to go pick your kid up from school, or you got to go in and find out from your doctor what you was supposed to find out last week. You know, there's life happening. You know how it is. Now, as far as hoping the best for Robbie, or Robert, yeah, we can hope the best for him. We also know that in the world we live in, he probably is not going to get the help that he needs. Now, there's definitely things that I thought that young woman did wrong. But as far as the actual assaults go, the only part that I saw, and you guys can look at the video too, you can correct me if I'm wrong, matter of fact. Anyway, they're down to only, looks like only 3 police cruisers. If only they had that kind of response with Molly. No, that's not what ended up happening with Molly, is it though? Anyway, it sucks that it all went down the way that it did. But I'm not willing to beat anybody or kill anybody or go chasing anybody down for any sort of violent anything, because it's not helpful. And of course, hate in the name of Jesus. I still hate. Now whatever it is them cops are saying to her, hopefully it's you got to hear them talking about the dog. Losing your dog, that's a tough one too. Of course, there's also a lot of people out here who are wondering why it is Robbie still had a dog, because apparently the dog will get aggressive if Robbie gets aggressive. And apparently he's mostly just verbally aggressive, but obviously not always. Now there's a good portion of the video, or a good portion of the view in the video of the altercation where just there's a vehicle in the way and it's basically just shadows that you see, or silhouettes, I suppose, not shadows. So there's folks who are going to do the whole, yeah, I got that fucking nut job off the streets. Good job. And there's going to be the ones like, man, that's fucked up. You did that to a mentally ill dude. Like, holy shit. You guys are the epitome of what is wrong with me. You guys always know better than the people in the situations. And then there's also the inside perspectives, and that part's complicated to get past as well. Like when you got somebody who's obviously going off this fucking rocker for weeks at a time. What, mentally ill is an excuse for fucking getting up in people's faces and fucking yelling at them and screaming at them and fucking pushing them and shoving them and telling them you're gonna fucking kill them and telling them that you're gonna fucking beat them up? No. Now, I've done some of those things. I definitely threaten people back. Did I threaten them back because I'm mentally ill? No. I threatened them back because I kept getting told it's not illegal. Oh, really? If I do it, it's illegal. Watch. I'm right an awful lot. Anyway, if we can defuse the situations and make it so that there is no violence, which in this case, you know, there was violence, but it was a short scuffle, and well, once you do something about it immediately, then you cut off those actions. You are stating loud and clear that those actions are wrong. Kind of like when you have your daughter on the playground, right? And she gets hit by that boy. And she comes and tells you about it. And she says, that boy hit me. And you say, well, that's because he likes you. What you've taught your daughter to do is to accept that. And it's not okay. It's violence.
I was on my way to the high school.
Now, when you tell your daughter on the playground after getting hit by that boy that it was because he likes her, you're not only telling her that that's okay and that he's going to get away with it, but you're literally allowing him to get away with it. You are the reason that he got away with it. Now, there's also the point where you got to understand somebody's mental issues are, well, pretty fucking severe. For example, Amanda DeMette, she had to come to the realization that her brother, who's pushing about 300 pounds, was trying to solicit sex from a 9-year-old. That's just nasty. Hi, Athena. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't bring you nothing. I hear ya. I hear ya. Well, I'll let you sniff me, okay? There you go. There you go. Yes, I get it. He found a girl. Him found a girl. He just got to have somebody to hang with him that's smiling and happy. Yes, I get it. I get it. You're smiling and happy too most of the time, huh? Yeah. I'm just making it worse, huh? I'll go let him know. I'll go let him know. Anyway, as far as, let's say the hatred, right? Hating Claire and hating Casey and wanting horrible things to happen to them. Well, no. That's the thing about understanding, and at least trying to understand. Yes, I know what it's like to have to deal with a whole bunch of fucking assholes and then somebody actually sit down and have a conversation with you. That conversation is important. That's important for your mental health. Your mental health. Anyway, there's a great many other things I got to do. With the DHS, though, I got to be able to actually talk to Claire alone, because it needs to be a situation where I'm heard, and it's not gonna become a joking matter because Casey is wanting some attention in that particular moment, which does happen. I mean, we are humans. I'm gonna go knock on the vehicle and see if I can calm those fine Americans out of some of their cancer sticks. I'm also gonna blame them yet again for the fact that I did not get a Pegasus for my birthday, nor a unicorn for my quinceanera, which I never had, by the way. That isn't fair. That's sexist. and culturalistic. I was just complaining to my YouTube channel about the feller down there putting their nasty cock beaters on each other and whatnot. It was that Robert Farnick feller. And I was explaining to my YouTube that I was going to come over here and see if I could try to con one of y'all out of some tobacco to put in my rolling paper. Ugh. Jazzy, my favorite. Is that music? It's a Sasquatch and some feathers. That's hilarious. I have a Sasquatch and feathers too. Unicorn! Way cool. So yeah, they arrested Farnsworth. Hopefully he's done with that stuff. Some lady was yelling at me and telling me she'll pray for me because I did an evil thing by telling the truth.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's like he's mentally ill. You know, there's 10,000 people in this county who are mentally ill. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm one of the people they call mentally ill. It's because I'm a stark raving lunatic. All right, that's not true. I'm not powered by the moon. Well, one thing I notice is that it's nice to have positive people around.
Yes, it is. I can handle just about everything with the right people in my life.
Yeah.
True story.
Although my gina hurts. I need to go down to Home Depot and get an industrial box of man pawns because my mangina is fucking heavy flow. Do what?
Don't get sand in your bag.
Right.
Oh, do they? You can just
Yeah,
it right out.
It's rough and coarse and it gets everywhere.
Oh, you know that's the John Wayne of toilet paper. That's Scott. Rough, tough, and don't take shit off nobody.
Oh my God, you remember Brawny? Yeah, nothing says mountain man like a wad of crapper paper.
It could be possible. Although, so is you give monkeys typewriters and eventually they'll come up with Shakespeare. So at this point.
Oh, please do not compare humans to monkeys. That's insulting to
It
monkeys.
really is.
And whenever people say, well, you know, people are smarter than monkeys. Humans don't eat their own shit. Like hell they don't. You've never been to Germany, apparently. I know that's not just a German thing, but the word Scheiße, which is the one they attach to them videos, apparently. Although I wouldn't know because I've never looked one up. Is that wrong of me to never look up a poop video on porn?
If it's wrong, then count me in. Like
Right.
being wrong because I don't really have any interest in that.
Yeah, I heard what those two girls did with the cup, and that was bad enough.
I heard about that one. They probably have some calls about whether or not they have
What happened? Fred down there this morning. My friend? Yeah. Oh, Robbie? Was flipping out on somebody again as usual, but this time he didn't work there, so he told me. Yeah. So now he's my friend. Nearly all the interactions I've had with him. Well,
It's always my enemies, your friends, or well, I don't stuff like that. No, I just
Like calling a short guy, big, or calling a tall guy, stick, or short.
no, all I know is I can go by and see them and well, about 6, 7 times.
Yeah. That's how it goes when it's one of them hobos. Either they send one out or tell them to go fuck themselves basically, or they send a dozen out and say, alright, you fuck.
Good thing they said it doesn't.
Ruin my cigarette though. That'll be a 10-cent buy, sir.
Yeah, you get shot. I just get shot. Just stop your friend.
Yeah, I can see it getting bad.
If it was in Portland, they'd have put a hole in him already.
Yeah.
They'll probably take him in for a 72-hour hold. And let him out. I think so. I'm not sure though. I barely know the guy. I just seen that guy.
Well, I
And
don't know. You know, like I said, second day,
oh,
No, scheiße.
Yeah. He freaked out on a guy at church the first time I got to meet him. Second time I met him, he freaked out on another guy at church. And he freaked out on me twice at church. And he freaked out on another guy at church. But I had 2 minutes with himself. He freaked out on me. He freaked out on me. Lady over there was trying to say goodbye to him before leaving.
no, I really don't give a fuck about it.
See, that's what I don't know what they're gonna do. They'll probably take him down and you put him down. They just use those as-
your dog really smorted this down, let me tell you. You full wolf on this thing.
No,
So if you got somewhere to throw that one away.
Well, yeah.
oh, they have no kill shelter. Good way to get it, disease.
I think she felt the eating and got set up to get food.
Good way to get hooked on drugs.
Pregnant glutton.
I don't stay away from that.
Oh, I got a Oh, I got I've seen one. I only have one on. Oh, no.
You know, I really expect California to be so
Okay. What? I don't even care. Are you a nosy looking too? That's all right. So much drama.
Hey, get away from my trash.
Turns out you guys were the cinema for the animals. Okay.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay.
If they have all the month, yeah, spend $1,500 a month on that shit, they say, oh, well, blacks make the reason I'm always broke. No, you spend more than double what I got for this bill every month. I'm good. Yeah, they're not broke. Yeah, that's I look at saving is nice if you're able to. You're able to. My bad, can't go on. But that's what I what? But that's I did? Yeah. Let's see, college, silver, 30, yes, I are. Yeah. Well, I figured you're not my grandpa. No. This is all probably but not a way that see my grandpa. So. And your nose is really too small. I got a long family lineage of big things going all the way back to the time. So my mom's side, we go legally, my dad's side, all the way legally. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to probably mine was getting out there tomorrow. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, that's what I get for growing up in the system. I learned to be the manners and social crap. I know most people crap though. Yeah. Like, why not insult your elders? If they're being insult worthy, throw it at them. What's his name? Holy. No. Lewis and Graham. Yeah. I did see them at the church this morning, but I haven't seen them today. Really? Probably that I know he's gone up to, I know Robert's gone up to him, several other people and threatened them as well. Well, when he came up to me all the time, he was over and out at church. Right, sir. Right. Doesn't pull up, you know. It doesn't pull face. The more he gets away with doing it, the more he thinks it's okay. Hopefully, the rest of people get the idea. He had done anything, you know, towards me, really. The way he used threatening people, father, other people, daughter. Your daughter. Oh well, you only get you this once. That's what the horse gets. You get you, but you gotta get rid of it. Yeah, I think they had it. Chief cop, half the county cop. That's the state. Yep. Up the river. It's full of all those guys. Vehicle. He wasn't all there. He was looking at an RV. And they told him. They told him he didn't hardly know what the hell was going on. So they had 2 state troopers. Sheriff's Department. They had 7 officers all together. So they're, yep. Oh, they must know. And all of them saying that they were there as a courtesy call for someone else. Department of Roads. They knew what they were doing wrong. They wouldn't let it go. Down there? No. Wouldn't talk about it. Yeah, they could take them towing vehicles. Well, that's no, it's the Department of Roads, but it's not a courtesy. They stole his vehicle. They did him dirty. They went and put up yeah. No, he wasn't all there once. So the cops actually ended up making most of the situation. And they utilize what they did within that is they have all 3 agencies there. So all 3 agencies can claim they had an altercation with a homeless person. And then they just write it down basically as 3 different altercations with homeless people that didn't place our numbers. You're an evil person. You have a beard and you live in the vehicle. So you're going to hell, sir. And I'm their guest host. Well, I only saw him push her while she had a back to it. But there was a guy on the other side. She said it looked like they were both doing it. Like they were both physically confrontational with each other. One guy. Yeah. Well, he was across the street. I think is where the guy lives. And he was saying that apparently he told the cops that it looked like both of them shoving each other. And she was shoving him, she was shoving him with her booty. And I saw him pushing. She had her back. Yeah. She was trying to say adios to him. Oh. She started to shit. In 3 days. But in 3 days, yeah, he'll be out again. Well, it won't be them. It'll all be them. That's why people take advantage of it.
Well, and some don't.
They should have somebody there with them at the time. Mental health treatment, blow them off. They're after getting their ass beat by the 60. What is it?
When the fire department goes out, they have, or the fire department gets alcohol, they send out 3 persons.
I got people on video of heroin needles coming out of their arms from the mouth. Yeah, firemen showed up. They need to actually help.
Well, that's it.
This doesn't help.
Oregon passed a great law last election.
But it can't be law.
I told you except it has to be something at the other end. Treatment or something. Cause I can go out. Yeah, oh.
Well, I do have to go because I gotta try to come up with money for gas, money for insurance. And I gotta try to go turn in some stuff of my own. Alright, go to them again. Alright, shut up, shut. Okay. That's right, I'll forget yours, but if I use it, I'll remember eventually. Oh. Bonjour. Oh, they arrested Robert Farnsworth. He was pushing a lady.
For what?
Well, probably for assault.
That's a lot of.
Well, he definitely assaulted her.
I don't know.
They shouldn't have had that many cops down there for it, though. Well, I got gas in my vehicle now. I think I'm gonna try to go download what I can. I'm not sure what all's gonna be needed at the DHS if you're still able to go. I'm gonna go ahead.
So, and then clean gas.
Yep. Well, if I was to spend all day getting gas, I still wouldn't get enough for his vehicle to last for very long on that.
Do you think you could grab some food for me?
I could try. Yeah, there's been like 6 days that he was gonna help me, but ended up not. So I'm not real dependent on him.
So bad, but I thought that
And a lot of it's the gas.
yeah, it's the gas. That if there was gas in this thing, then I could have been running it.
Well, if you can start it up and get it to the Chevron.
I would have to be able to charge the battery to full to do that. It's definitely built.
That battery last night didn't work.
It did work until it drained because the alternator still needs to replace, which is what the car shop behind me.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Well, I have enough gas that I can charge you up. It wouldn't be all the way to full, but it would be enough to get you to the gas place. But that's the thing. In order to do that, we have to get on it. He has, well, the gas cans don't fill themselves, though.
Okay.
down at the church that his name is Dean, and it's usually you got to show up after 11 in the morning. But that's why I came by right after I went there. I wanted to see if it would work before coming and letting you guys
spent
know.
all night trying to stay awake because the windows were dripping on the inside from how much water
Mine
was gotten
too.
through this cracks, and then I didn't have dry stuff again.
Yeah, my whole vehicle is everything in it's damp. That's the thing. I mean, it I don't know. It depending on who it is. Like with your vehicle, I don't know how to fix the alternator or any of that. So hopefully they'll get through with the
If
warranty.
they would just do the work, then I could get out of here. But all they have to do is swap the fucking alternator out, and it's under warranty. And they said, I'll come to you. It's not like I moved far enough away that they don't know where the fuck I am.
Oh, that's the thing. Have you called your insurance or the Subaru place?
My tech is dead, and then they said that I'm not allowed to walk in there. They said, we'll come to you. So.
That's such fucking horse shit. Well, I have an external battery.
Oh, that would help.
Kind of figured.
Yeah, because I had one at Helping Hands and it disappeared.
It's not disappeared. It's fucking stolen, and you know it.
Somebody stole it. It was sitting on the counter, and then somebody stole it.
Somebody disappeared it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it must have been a gift. No.
One of those borrowers I keep hearing about. That was a great cartoon, but it's horrible culturally.
Yeah, especially when it's all you have, and somebody takes something that's critical. Especially when it's stuff like, you know, the old lady that ran over half of my stuff that probably broke at least $100 worth of headphones. Even when they were broken, they were still worth it. Damaged the screen on my government phone here, so it's really hard to do anything on it. And
One of the things-
smashed all of my hydrocortisone medicine, offered to pay it, and then hasn't given me a single dime for it. So
One of the things with a lot of people out here, they tell me their stories, but it's just a vent. When I tell my stories, it's because I'm trying to get help.
yeah,
So with a lot of people, like if they need help doing that stuff, a lot of times it's just a matter of putting two heads together.
yeah.
And sometimes you just need somebody else to verify.
Three heads together and still stuck on the same street because it's just this.
3 heads is too much. If I help him to get gas every single day this week, he's still gonna need gas tomorrow. And if he decides that he's gonna go up to camp or he's gonna go try to go visit one of the many people he likes to go visit, he's gonna be out of gas real quick, and I'll be out there trying to collect gas to get him some gas tomorrow. And that's too much for me.
Then I can sit here and keep myself warm and charged and get shit in there.
The same thing with me. I can take care of my stuff for days.
I can't go anywhere because then it's gonna die and I'm gonna need a tow again.
Yep. But a lot of people who are they're stuck in survival mode, and so for me, I'm stuck in survival mode. But in order to get help, you know, I have to be willing to give help. But then I give help
But
to
then
people who are in survival mode, and they're
Sometimes
still
you
in
can't
survival
even give
mode.
help until you get help.
Right.
And actually, a lot of times.
Well, most of the time, it's a matter of people willing to do something about it instead of just talking about it for days on end, or procrastinating and making it so it takes a week, or, of course, taking on burdens that are expensive.
Trying to do the one simple thing that some caseworker was supposed to take care of and never did.
Right, and then you're told to do it, and then you get ignored.
No, they don't
because
even
it's
tell
just
me
you.
to do it. They just say they're going to do it, and then they don't. And then I find
That
out that
happens
they
a lot,
didn't
too.
for every single day for like 3 weeks straight. And so I spend my time increasingly panicking, going, you know, I would really like to know if my kid showed up to high school today. I would really like to know that she's okay, and it's not somebody texting from her phone, because she never answers it anymore. I haven't been able to get a hold of Josh in I don't know how long, and that's worrisome. I haven't seen Jasper. I haven't seen my dog.
Oh, that's the thing. I need help, but I need to go find people who are going to help me, and I don't mind helping other people with their stuff, but when you're in survival mode, like I have to take myself away from making sure I'm taking care of my survival in order to help people who are going to help me, but they never do. They're stuck in their own survival mode. And then, of course, they start telling me about all of their problems, and then I feel crappy for even asking them for help. And it just gets overwhelming. And then, of course, when I explain it's not just you, everybody does it. And then people want to take it personal, like I'm saying they're evil.
It's like some personal slight. Oh, I heard that so and so took care of it already, and then you go round in circles, waste all your time and energy trying to figure out who supposedly took care of something, only to find out that they didn't, and they start you right back at the beginning and tell you to go back at the beginning, and it's like, well, that clearly didn't fucking work.
Yep, or they tell you it's not their job and not their job and not their job, and then 6 months down the road, you're trying to turn them in because you know that it's their job. And they're like, oh, well, I was going to try to help you with that. No, you weren't.
Yeah.
I tried. You said it's not your job.
Yeah.
And then I've got them recorded. I got to get somebody to take a look at it. That's the thing with him. He was going to, for like 7 different days, he was going to take a look, and he didn't. When you weren't able to, I got to understand with you, same as I got to understand with him. But at the same time, I'm super frustrated because I'm running around.
Nobody's helping any of us, and so we can't help ourselves.
Well, I'm damn sure helping as best I can.
Well, yes, you are.
And I don't mind going
I
and
can too,
hooking
but
up more
I've gotta
batteries.
say that we could be a lot more efficient if we weren't all trying to take care of our most basic needs,
Yup.
shelter and food.
Yep, and that's the thing that's been screwing me over this whole time. I got to depend on housies who are fucking pampered as shit, or I got to depend on addicts out here, and the addicts are the ones who really say that they'll help. They're like, yeah, man, I'll do this and I'll do that, and you're like, fuck, I'm babysitting you again. No.
Really?
Not really. It don't seem it. That's why going to a mandated reporter in the church doesn't work. Well, all right. When it comes to mandated reporters, it is.
It's that way for all services. If they're going to receive federal funds for stuff like food stamps, then they have to adhere to separation of church and state. They can't run a whole city like this unless they declare it a compound, in which case I wasn't informed and I don't belong here and no one ever told me and I don't want to be here because I'm not a part of this religion.
Well, they've got all sorts of different religions here. It seems to me their primary religion is ignorance.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Anyway, I don't know about the alternator. I'll keep asking around, but
Well, no, I mean, you don't need to keep asking around about the alternator because it has to be warranty repaired. It has to be. I don't have any money to pay out of pocket. It has to be done through the fucking warranty. And she already accepted it. It was towed over here. So.
Getting my battery out of my vehicle and bringing it over would be a good start for that, I believe. I hope.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not so late in the day. It's only 1:16, so there's enough time.
Not stare at me in the face knowingly. They open their mouth and say, I talked to your daughter and this is what happened. And show me some video evidence.
Instead of just playing stupid and allegations. All right. So the goal now is external battery so that she can make the calls that she needs to make. The thing is, we can all take care of our survival stuff together. Many hands makes for light work, but when you've got each individual person worried about their own personal stuff exclusively, that's where it becomes the issue. I can't help because I can't help because. Well, if you can't help me, I can't help you. Now, I'm obviously still trying to help Miss Claire, and I'll obviously try to help Mr. Casey, but I can't afford this. I got a cheap piece of shit car so that I can hopefully afford this. Hopefully afford my own survival. Now with these folks, yes, if I'm going to spend time and resources to help them, I really do have to expect help in return at some point. I have to expect him to, yes, drop all of your shit and fucking help me, because I can't keep dropping all of my shit to help you when you're literally never going to help me. When it comes to a spare battery, well, fuck it. I don't have one of those. If I did, I'd hook them up. I do have a spare battery for a phone. A lot of people send me to services that don't fucking work. I send people to services that do. If there's ways around it, then we need to work away from people who are going to sit there and talk about it and actually do something. Now, you notice with Claire, I know an awful lot about her and her personal life. We all do. But has she taken the time to, in any of this, to stop and listen to me? I don't get to. It's always listening to her, or always listening to him, or, you know, that's the thing about, can we actually get started on the actual helping instead of just talking about it? Let's actually do something. Like me, driving around and making sure their batteries were taken care of yesterday, and running around and making sure they're fed, and, you know, that's something. But I'm giving up my resources to do that, my survival resources, because I need the help, just as these people need the help. If it's going to be just me helping, it's not help. And just words is not help. And rescheduling all the fucking time is not help. And when I say it's not just one of these people individually, it's all of them. It is all of them. And the situation earlier in this video with Mr. Farnsworth, hell, for all I know, Mr. Farnsworth could have been the one in the right over that situation, because I don't know how it started. I do know what I saw. I also know that if somebody showed me video evidence of her pushing and shoving him in front of the building before they came around the building, that, of course, that would be something where, yeah, there's definitely evidence there that she had started it. Well, yeah, I'd be like, yes, I saw evidence that, yes, he is the one he is the victim in this. But the fact is, nobody's done that. And I do know what I've seen of him in the past, and I do know what I saw of him in this situation. And those past situations aren't just rumors that people told me. Now, sure, there's a couple of them, like the situation with Lewis. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but it definitely could be. But I know that at least 2 other fellers and myself are victims of Mr. Farnsworth. Now, I don't have anyone in my corner. If Claire gets everything all perfect, fine, and dandy, and has everything perfect, fine, and dandy with her kids, will she finally then help me? Because that's years down the road. That is years down the road. Anything dealing with kids, you are talking about years. And you're talking about needing a lot of help. And if I am going to invest that kind of help into somebody, holy shit, it better not just be me spending my whole life doing everything for them. I didn't go and charge his battery while I was at it yesterday because I'm trying to get to somebody's vagina or to their penis. My motivations are pretty simple. I need help. You need help. How about we help each other instead of I can't. It's about me today, just like it was yesterday, just like the day before. It's about his gas, his gas, his gas. Hey, if you take the time to help me, I don't mind helping you with gas, but we have to do something for me once in a while. When are we gonna? Now with him, he went up there with me to one appointment, and he was going to speak about it. And, you know, he just wants to run around and hang out, and he's not doing anything useful in doing that. I'm not trying to run around and just fucking hang out all day. I'm trying to get the fuck up off the goddamn streets. With Claire, she said she would help me this morning at 11. And then, of course, I asked if there was a way to reschedule. We might be, just in case I wasn't able to do that. And I let her know that I would try to be out of there by 11 so we could go do that. And it was hangout time and jokey time. And, you know, when I was talking about serious stuff and I was trying to get to the point of me fucking being there, which is that Claire was going to help, he wouldn't stop making fucking jokes. Like, Jesus Christ, I need help. I need help. I need fucking help. You need your fucking batteries and all that shit taken care of. Well, guess what? I need that shit too. I have problems with my fucking vehicle that need to be taken care of too. I got gas that I need too. I'm fucking freezing at night too. It uses up my gas and wear and tear on my vehicle to help people too. When I'm out in the weather, I get sick too. And I hurt a lot. I'm not supposed to lift up them fucking batteries. That shit fucking sucks. And that does hurt me a lot to do that. And it hurts me for days afterwards. But I need help. If this is the shit that you need in order for me to get help, yes, I don't mind helping, but Jesus Christ. It's always going to be one thing after another. If we wait until fucking 3 weeks from now when we're able to do something, it hasn't done anything. It hasn't done anything for me whatsoever except waste my time and my resources. I still have to come up with money. I have to come up with resources. All the 7 days that I wasted with him. I gotta come up with those resources. 7 days worth of resources I still have to come up with. And it's not just him. Everyone is like that. Everyone is like that. Yes, that absolutely is taking advantage of me. They don't want to see it that way because they made promises. Now with him going in with me for one appointment, but he was going to speak about it and explain what happened. Fucking that was like 3 goddamn weeks ago. 2 goddamn weeks ago. How much is he even going to remember? Can we stop and focus on me for a minute? With Claire, I'd like to be able to explain to her what's going on with me without her going off about her stuff. I do care about her stuff. I do care about helping her. But at the same time, I still need help. I need help. I still need that help that I needed way long time ago. Now, let's say I spend all day today getting gas for him so that I can put it into his vehicle, big expensive van. And I'm able to get her that battery so that she's able to make that phone call and she's able to do what she needs to get her vehicle running and she's able to go in and get some gas for it. Well, he's going to be out of gas by tomorrow anyway. And he'll have the same problems I do. He's going to have to try to find a place to park where he's hoping he won't get fucked with. Sometimes you're there for 3 days before somebody fucks with you. Sometimes you're only there 20 minutes. Now, Lewis and Cheryl were on this street too. That's 5 vehicles, 3 of them being vans. All busted down, barely functioning on the same fucking road because, of course, no, I can't. I gotta get some people showing actual initiative instead of just words. If you're gonna tell me that you're gonna help me, then actually take the time to help me instead of making it hangout time with somebody else. You have no idea how many people wasted my time with that shit. Like, man, show up here at 11 and I'll fucking help you out. You show up there at 11 and they don't help you out. They're hanging out with somebody else. Or they say, oh, wait until the kids are in bed and then I'll help you. And then once the kids are in bed, you want to play your video games. Or, of course, you say that you're going to help me and you show up and then, great, you showed up. But then you can't help me even though you said that you were going to because now you have a date. You've got this chick that you totally like. Well, you like a lot of chicks. If you aren't gonna actually do something until you're no longer attracted to women, which is basically what you're saying at that point, you're never gonna do anything. So for me, I can't function well enough to do anything but speak to my fucking phone about how frustrated I am. No, Claire is not getting the point. She's not understanding. Now, I could go charge up their batteries again, but I can't just keep charging their batteries up for nothing. I can't take care of myself. I can't be taking care of a bunch of other people. You got to make the initiative and take the initiative to get to the food. For me, I took the initiative to go find out where the food was so I could go look for the food and go to where the food is. Meanwhile, both of them are going through similar stuff, but do they make the connection that I already dropped off a day of my stuff already? Alright, we got another asshole on here making an account to harass me. Calls himself Sean the Predator. So we'll go ahead and take a screenshot and then we'll do what we do. What do we do to these fellers? Hold on a second, it's being slow. Hide user on this channel. Blam! Now, it's not difficult to get rid of assholes like that on the internet, but in real life, it's fucking complicated as hell. There's no block them button. And then, of course, we got racist and sexist assholes. You wouldn't do that to a white person. You wouldn't do that to this person or that person. Really? I'm not sure if you noticed, but when Tom was going through physical abuse, yeah, I was there helping him, same as I would have for a woman. Because I'm not sexist about it. Now, as far as getting along with both of them, I get along with both of them about equally. It's the amount of time that it's eaten up for me. If you can talk about it for 4 hours, you can fucking go in with somebody to help them to do something about it. That's the thing with all these people saying they didn't have time. No, all of you have the time. If you've got the time to argue, then you've got time to do something. Rather than having a fucking 3 goddamn week political debate, let's fucking do something. Now instead of when it's too late. Like for me to explain anything to Claire or anything to him about what's going on, I don't get to, because they're going to start talking about all their problems. No, if you're going to help me, you need to understand my problems. That means we focus on me. When we're working on your problems, we can focus on yours. When we've set a time to do that, then we can do that. It's going to have to be, of course, a fair trade from here on in. It's got to be, hey, I'll spend time helping you, but you have to help me. You actually have to help me, not talk about how you're gonna when you get everything perfect, because you're never gonna have everything perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Your life is not perfect. You don't live on planet perfect. If I'm going to help you, then you are going to help me, or you're not going to get help. It will either be mutually beneficial or you are on your own. And that is 100% fair and equal. Now, when there's a male predator, I speak out, like Ted Bollinger. When there's a female predator, I speak out, like Molly. Molly is a female predator. Ted Bollinger is a male predator. They're both predators. I speak out about both, unlike the Me Too movement. Me too, me too, me too, unless that person happens to have a penis. Like I said, it's not a matter of hatred. It's a matter of I wasted enough time and can't handle it. I can't. I have to go find someone who can actually go in with me. Finding somebody who's not stuck in a state of crisis of their own ain't difficult. Well, actually, yeah, it is. And a lot of people will use their own personal trauma as an excuse to let it happen to you. Well, that's not okay. Your trauma doesn't make it okay. Do you want my help? Yes. Well, I need your help. I can't just keep wasting my time and resources on others who aren't going to keep their word. No matter what their situation, it's not my fault that they didn't keep their word. And eventually, it gets to the point where I get sick of doing all of the work and getting nothing in return. So, of course, got the external battery here. We're going to deliver it. And then I have to, again, try to find somebody. Now, obviously, with my situation, I'm going to have issues with the cops very shortly. It's going to happen. The sooner somebody does something about it, the more likely it is that we'll cut it off before that eventuality happens. But not if I spend 3 weeks helping 3 other people who are going to help me eventually, but never get around to it because they're always needing help. Well, if I can stop what I'm doing to help you, you can stop what you're doing long enough to help me. And there's an appropriate time for fun and games and an appropriate time for getting down to business. For me, it seems that the folks that I work with, most of them don't understand how much I'm giving up. They don't understand that I have issues that they're not listening to. They claim that they're going to help me, but then they tell me about their problems all the time. No, that is not helping me. And yes, I can help you, but not if I can't help myself, and I can't help myself. That's why I'm asking for your help, and if we're just going to help you, I get nothing out of it but fucked over. No, I can't just keep doing that. It's never been a matter of hating people. It's a matter of hating fucking abuse. And hating the fact that all these people going through it, instead of working together with the other victims, it's all about them every time. I can't until or unless and if. Well, if we work together, we can achieve our goals. If I'm busy getting resources for 10 people and they're all going down the tubes, I'm the one getting fucked. All right. Well. Life is what it is. There ain't no such thing as a good cop, by the way. I'm glad they did finally show up and do something about Mr. Farnsworth, but I still don't get to turn in the stuff I need to turn in because I need help with it. I gotta find some way to get somebody to actually listen to me. Get one of these people who said they'll help me to actually listen to me instead of talking about them. That's not help. It's not help. Now, to some degree, yes, telling somebody a story so, they understand that you've been through something similar. Yes, fine. Well, now that we've established that you've been through something similar, why don't we get down to the fact that I'm telling you this for a reason? I'm not telling you this just to hear the sound of my own voice. Now, here I am at another day. It's not going to happen. And it's not due to lack of effort on my part. And I could take both their batteries down and get them charged up. The thing is, I got shit I gotta fucking do. If I'm gonna take all that time out to help somebody who's not helping me because they've got their own problems, well then fucking take care of it yourself. If you're not willing to actually help others, especially when those others are helping you, then why are they helping you? What is the purpose in helping somebody who is, well, like, here's one thing. I don't mind getting somebody food if I'm happen to go to where the food is. And of course, it's 1:45, so I'm not sure where it is exactly. I think it's over at the Seventh-day Adventist. But here I am after, like 7 days of hurry up and wait with Casey is quite enough. And there was already a few days of hurry up and wait with Claire. And I don't hate her for it. I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at the situation. And there are things that I can be mad at both of them about, like them not understanding, but that's the thing. I don't get to talk that much. A lot of those times, if I'm making jokes, that's fine. Then they'll listen to some degree. But it's usually not jokes. It's usually there's something serious that I need help with, and I end up listening to other people vent about their stuff. I'm like, well, let's do something about it. With her needing a battery so she could try to take care of that stuff there, well, I went and got her battery. Can she help now? I mean, her car was vehicle, and she knew it wasn't going to get fixed immediately when she said she'd help me at 11. I was able to get back by 11, and we did have fun. It was an entertaining segment. It's not like it was all of us yelling and screaming and hooting and hollering, but also when it's not one-on-one, it's an attention grab. It's you may have the greatest intentions of helping someone, but then when you've got 3 people, it becomes a grab for attention. Or a fight for attention. And people, they do it automatically. It's not like they have some evil intent going into it. Just you get excited, there's something and you have to spit out that little nugget. Oh, I know this one, I know this one, I know this one. Well, good. I'm glad you know something, but that's not what we're focusing on right now. We need to focus on the situation at hand. Talking about something that happened to you 20 years ago is not understanding the situation that you're trying to help out in. Like if you got to build a suspension bridge that's 4 miles wide or 4 miles long, and you're busy talking about a trestle bridge that you built in 1986 with your little brother in the backyard. Yeah, you're taking a trip down memory lane. And when you tell that story of you and your brother and that fucking trestle bridge over and over and over again and calling that help, it's overwhelming, especially when everybody does it. When I say it's not just you, I mean it's not just you. You all do this shit. All of you. And it is frustrating. So I'm down here because although I don't have anybody to go in with me to turn this shit in, I basically have to fucking meet the cops out in the street with it fucking recording already in order to even talk to them. That way I know that it's going to be fucking out there for everybody to see. Whereas if I try to record that shit on my audio recording device, I gotta find a place to plug that fucking thing in, and I gotta find money to fucking be there at that place where I can plug it in. I could do a lot more to help people here if I have my fucking disability money coming in. But if nobody helps me get my disability money in, I'm fucked. I can't help myself. And I can't push the issue either, because if I do that, well, I get treated like I'm an inconsiderate asshole who doesn't think about others. But if you notice, through all this, I do think about others. I actually help beyond just words. When Natalie said she was going to need me to go to fucking Virginia or she was going to kill herself, yeah, it was more than just words. You know what I did? I went to Virginia so she wouldn't fucking kill herself. For most of these people, I absolutely hate what they did, for certain. A lot of people did real evil shit. I have enough for a coffee, so I'm getting me a damn coffee.
Your coffee?
Do what?
Did you want your coffee?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, $1 at the first window.
Perfect, thank you. Let me pull out my dollar so I can actually pay for it. It's all in quarters, but it's all good. They all spend the same. And that way I could at least partially use the interwebs so that I can use my pen and write stuff down by hand. Although by the time I get somebody to go in with me, there's a good chance that those papers will be lost, stolen, destroyed, soaked, something. Still, at least I'm making the effort, right? Woohoo! Go Broncos! All right. I got some more paint for you. Thank you, man. There's change on the ground out here. I figured instead of putting it in my pocket, I'd give it to the employees. So I guess I paid $1.45 for a coffee, but really I only paid $1 because the 45 cents is already on the ground. There's the McDonald's, of course. With a full tank of gas, I can afford to do some things I wasn't able to do before. And I'm probably gonna have to hold a sign just to... Yes, sir. Perfect. Thank you very much. That is the same gentleman as yesterday. And the same lady as yesterday. Oh, by the way, I got my coffee for free yesterday, so I guess technically it only cost me 50 cents to get this here coffee. Let's get the hell out of the way because there's someone behind me in line and I'm being an asswipe. Now let me tell you how selfish these people are. All of them are selfish. We are all selfish. Preservation, self-preservation is, well, one of the building blocks and keys of life. If you do not preserve your own life, well, you do not get to pass on your genetic lineage. So self-preservation is pretty fucking important. If it weren't for self-preservation, most animals would not exist. Now, there's also preservation of species, sometimes known as the motherly instinct. But it's not necessarily motherly, is it? Nor is it instinct. A lot of women I know never wanted to have kids, ended up having kids, and don't want nothing to do with their kids, never did. Just because she's a woman doesn't mean that she has those motherly instincts or that she's actually interested in having kids or being a mother. And with society pushing women to be mothers, and of course we're pushing males to be fathers, and that all comes down to population size being an actually highly important and integral portion of our world economy, as well as our ability to wage wars. Yeah, you want people to breed. Also, we've got an economy where it takes at least 2 people working full time to keep a roof over your fucking heads. So that kind of encourages people to couple up as well. If you're married, you're kind of putting yourself into a financially binding situation and legally binding situation. So it makes it more difficult to abandon somebody in that situation. If you're going to abandon your husband or your wife, it's going to cost you some money. And one of the reasons for that is preservation of the species, although nationalism is more to the point at this point. For them, it is not your genetic lineage that is important to preserve, but their personal politics. Let me tell you how mean and evil Claire is. She's fucking not. Let me tell you how mean and fucking evil Casey is. He's fucking not. Let me tell you how mean and evil Casey Kirwan is. Well, to some degree she is. But it's not an intention thing. It's not like she wakes up in the morning with bad intentions. None of these people do. Well, except for Ted Bollinger. Do I believe Danica Garner wakes up in the morning and thinks to herself, God, I'd like to find a way to screw over Sean Schwartz today? No, I don't. Although she might wake up and first thing in the morning think to herself, damn, I wish there was a way somebody could get rid of Ted Bollinger. Anyway, this is like a 3-hour video. Claire is going to take a nap. When you get depressed, you get depressed. It happens. If you need to sleep it off, you need to sleep it off. A lot of people say, well, he was probably on drugs or alcohol, right? Like Robert Warnick. The lady who was making excuses for him threatening my life out there in the middle of the street was that he was probably drunk. And then, of course, there's the whole, well, being drunk is no excuse. Or that lady earlier telling me, well, he's mentally ill. Of course, there's the other side of that. Well, mentally ill is no excuse. There's a lot of people who are pissed off because their names are up on my YouTube. Who want to pretend I'm the most horrible person in the world for posting up actual evidence of the truth between me and them. At least I told the truth. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.